Please help me reach 1,000 subscribers. I can still picture the way she looked at me that night. Her head tilted just slightly, that self-satisfied smile stretching across her face like I was some sad joke. Like what she'd done was insignificant. Like I was insignificant. We'd been together for 4 years. Her name was Marissa. When we first met, I was wrapping up my final year of law school, and she was balancing a psychology degree with shifts at a local cafe. She had this easy magnetism, an effortless charm that pulled people in without her even trying. Everyone adored her instantly. I did too. At the start, everything felt solid. There was passion, dedication, all the promises you attach to something you believe will last. 2 years in, we moved into a place together. I even surprised her with a golden retriever, the one she'd always dreamed of, Milo. She cried when she saw him. Back then, I thought those tears meant love. Couldn't have been more wrong. In the months leading up to it all, something changed. She grew distant, sharp, annoyed by everything, always too tired for us. I kept telling myself it was stress, burnout, anything reasonable. But my gut tightened a little more every day. She updated every password. Her phone never left her hand. Still, I refused to be that suspicious partner who snoops and accuses. I gave her trust. I gave her space. She used both to make a fool out of me. It finally unraveled on a Friday night. I came home earlier than usual, hoping we could reconnect. Maybe a movie, take out from her favorite Thai place. But the apartment was silent. Milo paced in circles, whining. No texts, no calls. Midnight passed. I called once, no answer. Then at exactly 2:14 a.m., the door opened. She walked in wearing a tight black dress, heels dangling from her fingers, hair tangled, makeup smeared. Not from crying, but from sweat and someone else's hands. She looked surprised that I was awake, but not guilty. Not even a little. I didn't say anything. I just watched her. She let out a dry laugh and said, "You're still up," like my concern was ridiculous. I asked where she'd been. She rolled her eyes. "What, you want a full recap of my night?" I stayed silent. "No yelling. No tears." That's when she smirked and said, "Fine. I slept with someone. Happy now." Then she laughed. Actually laughed. Like hurting me was the highlight of her week. Like she was untouchable. Like destroying me was amusing. Something inside me didn't shatter. It hardened. Cold, clear understanding. No fury, just focus. I nodded once, walked past her, grabbed my keys and left. I ended up at a 24-hour diner nearby, slid into a booth, ordered coffee, and pulled out my phone. For the next 3 hours, I quietly dismantled every piece of the life we'd built. Methodically, calmly, without second thoughts. What she didn't know was that most of the rent was under my name. She didn't realize the car she drove every day was financially mine. She had no idea I kept records, receipts, statements, small signs of her pulling away. And she definitely didn't know I already had an exit plan. By sunrise, I went back home. She was passed out, snoring like her betrayal hadn't cost her a thing. By 10 a.m., everything was already in motion. I canceled the credit card I'd co-signed when she was struggling. I froze the joint account. I called the landlord and submitted our 30-day notice. I booked movers, not for me, but for her. When she finally woke up, I told her calmly that she had 4 weeks to find somewhere else to live. The lease was ending. The utilities would shut off the day I moved. She looked stunned, like the idea of consequences had never crossed her mind. "What am I supposed to do?" she whispered. "That's not my problem," I said. "And the car, it's mine. I'll need the keys by Sunday." That was when she cried for real. I didn't comfort her. I didn't raise my voice. I just turned and walked out of the room. The weeks that followed were a slow collapse for her. She tried guilt, anger, manipulation, bargaining. One night at 3 a.m., she texted, "Please, can we talk?" I never replied. The last time I saw her was the day the movers came. She stood on the sidewalk with a suitcase and a trash bag of clothes, watching the remains of her life get packed up without her. The confident smirk she once wore was gone. She never laughed at me again. I never gave her the chance. Let her new guy deal with her half-truths and excuses. I walked away, and I'll never forget the exact moment she laughed in my face, because that was the moment my love for her died, and my self-respect finally stood up. Please help me reach 1,000 subscribers.